Good afternoon and welcome everybody to the last open day of the year for Strode College. My name is Fiona. I'm going to be handling the questions that you post on the chat. I'm going to hand over to Amanda Down, Principal, who's going to talk you through all the great stuff you want to know about Strodes. Over to you, Amanda.
Thank you, Fiona. Good afternoon, everybody. And as Fiona said, a very warm welcome to everyone to this, our very last, but perhaps our very first open evening of the year. So whether you are still considering applying to us for this September, or indeed whether you are an early bird year 10, a very warm welcome to this evening and our hopefully last virtual open evening, hoping to return to face-to-face ones in the new academic year. Strode College is a small to medium-sized sixth form college, and as such we are specialists in post-16 education. We are delighted that for the last 4 years we have been part of a larger college group, the Windsor Forest Colleges Group, combined together with our sister college in Windsor, providing sixth form education to students in the local area. Here at Strodes, students can choose from a range of level 3 courses, including over 30 A Levels and a range of level 3 BTEC courses. What makes us so unique as a sixth form provider is that students can choose to pursue a purely academic route or a purely vocational route, or indeed they can do a combination, a mix and match programme. The wide range of subjects that we have on offer here at the college means that students can put together just about anything they really want to. But of course, obviously that's thinking about what their future may be. So whether your interest is in classical civilization, whether it's in graphic communication, physics, economics, early modern history, law, criminology, psychology, biology, there's something here for everybody. We're really proud of our facilities here at the college and of our specialist staff who know exactly what it takes for our students to be successful. The very fact that we are specialists in sixth form education and post-16 means that we understand completely the course content, but what it takes for students to be successful, both in terms of undertaking those exams, but as a holistic overview as well. We're delighted that year on year our results continue to improve, and last year we had a 99.7 A-level pass rate and a continued 100% pass rate with our BTECs. Our high grades continue to improve, and we are really delighted at everything that we can offer here at the college for our students. We understand that one of the key aspects for students choosing a sixth form provider is that transition period. This is probably the most important part of a student's educational journey, and yet it's the shortest. Primary school is 7 years, secondary is 5. Even at university, you will be there for 3 to 4 years, depending on your degree. But post-16 is 2 years. And in fact, when you take out the holidays, it's roughly about 18 months. And so it's really important to choose a provider that knows exactly what it takes to ensure students are successful. And that's one of the great things about coming to Strodes. We understand that that transition, that shift from study at GCSE to post-16 can be one that some students find a little bit difficult. That might not be initially, it might be it's a bump in the road, but it's about learning those core skills that hopefully students will take with them, becoming more independent learners, understanding study skills, employability skills, all of those things that they will take forward with them, whether it's to further study, whether it is into the world of work, a higher apprenticeship, whatever their chosen pathway may be. And here at the college, we can provide lots of support as students go through that journey, from applying to us, through the transition and induction, to enrolment, and coming and being part of the college family here. Our careers advice, through to the guidance and support as students choose to apply to whatever their next steps may be. We were delighted in late 2019, which feels a very long time ago now, to have our Ofsted inspection and to be graded as good. It was a very, very heartfelt validation of all the hard work that goes on here at the college and of the dedication of the staff here, of the support that they give to our students. of the strengths that we know are here, but it's really nice to hear when somebody else comes in and says, yes, actually, you're doing a really great job. That inspection highlighted some of the great work that goes on. It highlighted the good advice, the support that students receive, but really also highlighted the excellent and outstanding teaching and learning that goes on here as well. And that's one of the core things about choosing a sixth form provider, is choosing somewhere that is going to be welcoming, supportive, but fundamentally going to provide that level of education that students need. And here at Strode, we passionately believe that every student matters, and we will do our very utmost to ensure that every student is successful. So why choose sixth form? Why come to Strode or Windsor? Well, obviously, our exam results speak for themselves. But as I've already said, it is about everything else. It is about that holistic wraparound care, and it is about that sixth form specialism, really understanding what it takes for our students to be successful. I'm really proud of the additional things that we offer here at the college, from our TAS scheme, which is a talented athlete scholarship scheme. It's there to support our young athletes who are really performing at the top of their game, but are still wanting to combine that with their academic studies. It's a really big ask for many young people, but it's something that we specialise in here at the college. I'm really proud of our Aspire scheme, which helps our very highest achievers hopefully progress on to those top Russell Group universities and to find the right pathway for them. Of the enrichment opportunities that are here, so whether it's the Gold Arts Award, whether it's the sports instructor levels, or whether it's just general being part of the community and becoming a member of our student union executive, there is something here for every single one of our students. Stretching, challenging our students is important for every single one. For those students who achieve half or more of their GCSEs at a grade 7 or above, we're looking at them and thinking about what they may want to consider. For those students, it's a question of 3 courses, 4 courses, and I'll say a little bit more about that later on. Here at the college, we run what's called the Aspire group, and again, it's aimed at our very top achieving students. But that doesn't mean that we don't support every single one of our students. For some of our students, university is absolutely the destination they have in mind from the time they join us. For others, it's about going on to a further study, and that may very well be remaining here with us at the college and undertaking one of our foundation level 4 courses. And we're delighted that the number of courses we have on offer here at the college and across our sister colleges is continuing to grow. It may be progressing onto a higher apprenticeship, and many of our students are seeking that pathway as a route that will allow them to progress, to undertake training, but to be working at the same time. For some of our students, it's progressing straight into the workplace. And for those students who choose to take a gap year, but still want that support in terms of applying to university, we will remain here and able and happy to help them make those applications even after they have left the college. We're really proud of the destinations that our students go on to. And on the screen in front of you, you'll be able to see some of the universities that our students have gone on to, including Princeton. And Nathan, who's pictured on the screen there, went across the pond earlier last year. We're absolutely thrilled and really proud of every single one of our students. And it's fantastic when we have our awards ceremonies and when we're able to celebrate our students' successes. As I said, we're really delighted that here at the college, there are a number of opportunities for students to stay with us and progress onto a range of courses that help them to think about that bridge. Steps and bridging, not only from GCSE to level 3, but from level 3 onto the next step. And for some of our students, it's about taking a little bit more time. And again, here at the college, it's one of the things that we specialise in is that level of support. We absolutely understand that grades are important. They are fundamentally the key to the next step in your journey. But it is about everything else. And like the iceberg on the screen in front of me, it's the everything else that is the majority, is what's really going to make the difference. It is about that support. It's about understanding fundamentally what helps students at post-16 to be successful. It's about that encouragement. It's about that deep knowledge and understanding of subjects. It's about being subject specialists. It's about being sixth form specialists. And that's exactly what we can provide here at Strode's. We know that it's working together that will ensure students are successful, and we're really proud of the partnerships that we have with our parents. We ask our parents to work in partnership with us because we know that actually it's that encouragement from both ourselves here at the college and parents at home that will help our students to be successful. We absolutely want them to be independent learners and to take responsibility for and ownership of their own learning. And part of their journey here with us at the college is about making that transition from being very dependent learners, where it's 90% teacher and 10% student, to the reverse, the flip, because that's what they'll be going on to at university. A programme of study for students of post-16 is going to look quite different to anything that you will be undertaking currently at school. At the moment, you will be doing between 8 and 10 different subjects, and I'm absolutely certain there'll be something there that you're thinking, why on earth am I doing that? I really desperately want to get rid of that. Post-16, it drops down to 3 subjects for those of you who are looking at an A-level programme or who are looking at a mixed programme. If you're thinking about BTECs, they come in a variety of different sizes. So we have what's called the Extended Certificate, which is the equivalent of a 1 A-level programme, the National Diploma, which is the equivalent of 2, and the Extended Diploma, which is the equivalent of 3 subjects. Most of our students will only undertake 3 subjects, and whilst there is a certain number of hours that's spent in the classroom, students are expected to undertake the same outside of the classroom, and that's that balance of teacher-led and student-led learning. In total, it's about 10 hours per week of learning that students will undertake for every single subject. So it's a big commitment. I'm really thinking about those subjects. Alongside of that will be your core studies lesson. So this is looking at the wider world, becoming an active and positive participant in society, an active citizen. It's that pastoral support for well-being, and it's all the additionals to the enrichment and the career support that is here on offer at the college. So, in terms of thinking about applications and entry criteria, 5 or more GCSEs at grade 4 or above will qualify you for our A-level programmes. However, please do check the individual entry criteria for our subjects, because you will find that there are discrete entries for many of our subjects. That information is available on our website, or you can join one of our chat rooms and they'll be able to answer those questions for you. 4 or more GCSEs at grade 4 or above will qualify you for one of our level 3 BTEC vocational programmes. Slightly lower entry criteria, but again, still the same fundamentals. And for those students who don't quite qualify for that, we will look at our level 2 programme, which is a foundation year for students to complete and thus allow them to progress onto a level 3 programme study. We would absolutely stress the importance of GCSE English and Maths. If, when you come to us at post-16, you haven't achieved a grade 4 in either your English or in your Maths, then I'm afraid you will have to resit them. I promise you, it's not me being unkind, cruel. It is an absolute government directive. So my strong advice and guidance is that you do everything that you possibly can to secure that grade 4 or above. The better your GCSE grades, the easier you will find the transition to post-16 study. So now comes the sort of the key bits really in terms of thinking about subjects. I'm sure you're all very much aware of the fact that A-levels are linear courses spread over 2 years, which makes it really important that you think very carefully about what you want to do, because you're committing to the subject for 2 years. Likewise, many of our BTEC vocational courses are also 2-year linear courses. There is no qualification at the end of the first year. And that's reflective of the changes that BTECs and A-levels have gone through over the last 5 to 3 years. All of our level 3 BTECs now contain an externally assessed or examined unit. For some subjects, that is quite literally a sit-down exam. For others, it's more like a controlled assignment. So there'll be a set number of hours given to students to a researcher project, and then a certain set number of hours that again are supervised, under which circumstances students have to complete a project. The majority of our students will only undertake 3 main courses over the course of their 2 years. For those students who arrive to us with half or more of their GCSEs at grade 7 or above, we will look at the possibility of them undertaking 4 courses. However, we always advise our students to think very carefully about this, to consider the workload and to consider why they're looking at 4 courses. Universities will only ever ask and make offers based on 3 good A-levels. And you are much better to leave with 3 A's than you are to leave with 4 B's. Alongside of your A-levels, you may choose to undertake the extended project qualification, or the EPQ. Alternatively to that is the Gold Arts Award. Both carry UCAS points. Both are able to allow students to demonstrate skills that they may not necessarily be able to demonstrate in their normal programme of study. The EPQ is a great option for students applying to university for subjects that they may not necessarily be studying as a pure A-level. So whether it's aeronautical engineering or whether it is creative writing, here is an opportunity with the extended project qualification to undertake a mini research project and to produce something. So whether that's a full written report or whether it's actually producing an artifact, so actually producing something, whether that's a Gothic short story, actually designing or making costumes, I've had that as well, a piece of upcycling, artwork, whatever it may be, there's something there for everybody. So for those of you still thinking about applying to us or actually planning your future now, things to think about. What is it that you want to do in the future? You don't necessarily have to have an absolute set goal in mind. But if you do, it's worth thinking about and researching what particular subjects might help you get to that end point. Are there any particular subjects that you really need? So, for example, if you're considering architecture, you really do need to be doing maths, physics, and an art subject. Are there things that you think are going to be absolutely key to securing that future pathway for you? And you may not know, but again, at an interview, you can have that discussion with one of our trained specialist advisors who will be able to guide you through that. Think about what you enjoy doing. Think about what you're good at. Half the key to being successful is to be really passionate about what you're doing. If you enjoy it, if you're really enthusiastic about it, it will inspire you. It will keep you motivated. When things get a bit tough, when you've got to have that edge of resilience, when you've got to face up to the challenges, and when it's not a nice, bright summer day, but actually cold, dank, wet, miserable January, February time, it will get you out of bed. When you're thinking, I've got a bit of a sniffle, maybe I'll stay under the duvet. It's about what's going to inspire you and get you up. Think about the skills that you might need. You might not necessarily have a core goal, but think about if you've got a general idea of what you might be doing, what skills are you going to need? Think about the subjects that you're choosing and whether they sit well together, whether they complement each other. Talk to the people around you. Talk to teachers at school, find out what they think you're really good at. Talk to your mum and dad, talk to your friends. They will have ideas as well. Talk to people who are already doing those subjects. Please don't choose something because your best friend is doing it. It's never a good idea. This is the time to stand on your own 2 feet and to think about what you enjoy, what you're good at, what you're interested in. Please don't choose something because you think it's going to be easy and an easy option. Unfortunately, nothing at post-16 generally is. There are always going to be challenges because it's meant to be tough. It's meant to stretch and challenge you. It's meant to make you work. And above all else, if you're not sure about where you're going next, this is the opportunity to keep your options open. And as I said, there are plenty of opportunities to have conversations with our specialist staff who will guide you through what those choices might be. Here at the college, it's not just about the curriculum side, it is about the general support that you will receive, both from your subject staff, from your pastoral tutor, and from the general staffing community. So whether that is our careers advisors, our learning support team, our study skills team in the learning centres, our student ambassadors, there are people here to help you at every step of the way. If you do have any particular questions about learning support or study skills, please do get in contact with us. And I believe later on there will be an opportunity for you to hear from our student services team and the variety of support on offer in terms of financial bursaries, travel guidance, and the various other elements of support that we offer here at the college. It's about the expert advice. So whether that's about applying to UCAS, whether it's about particular courses, Art Foundation, Drama College, there's something here to help you. There's somebody who will know exactly what kind of guidance you need in putting together your portfolio, in making your application absolutely hit the right mark. We have great relationships with some of our close universities, and they provide ongoing support and workshops for our students. We're really delighted to have Royal Holloway on our doorstep and St Mary's, and we have great relationships with both of those universities, great partnerships, and we work in conjunction with them. This year, our HE fair and our alternative to HE had to be online and virtual, but hopefully next year those will be back up and running and will be in person. They're great events, and again, another opportunity for students to come and engage with external providers who will be able to give that additional support, that additional guidance to help with the next step. And being at a sixth form is not just about subject specifics and academics, it's about that guidance and that help for the next steps. I'm going to pause here for a moment and invite my two brand new SUE joint presidents, Isabella and Jake, to join me and to say a little bit about their experience of being a student here at the college. In very extraordinary times, I have to say, they've had perhaps one of the most unusual years, but I'm delighted that they're both here with me this evening, even if virtually. So I don't know which one of you wants to go first. This is like a bit like Hobson's choice, isn't it? Shall we see? Oh, Isabella's come on live first.
I'll volunteer myself.
Thank you, Isabella.
Can everyone see me and hear me?
We can hear, yes, we can.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hello, so as Amanda just introduced me, I'm Isabella and I'm the newly elected co-president. I'm currently studying English literature, modern history and law at A level, which I must say I do thoroughly enjoy. I think one of the most lovely things about Strode is that all of the staff that I have at least, and I'm sure the rest of the staff in the college, are really passionate about their subjects, whilst also providing valuable support at the same time, because we're just about to enter the period of doing coursework next year, so we're starting to prepare, as well as the EPQs, because I'm personally doing one. I personally chose to study at Strode as in my particular area, they didn't do such a variety of courses. So Strode offers loads, including law, which was something that I was really keen on doing. However, nowhere else really did it. I think I also like the freedom with our studies. There's still structure, which is good. However, there's more independent learning. So I think that will definitely be good prep for me with uni, or even if you're considering an apprenticeship or going straight into work. Regarding enrichment opportunities, which Strode offers, obviously I'm a part of the student union because I'm president, and I'm also a part of the Aspire programme, which has actually been really useful in preparing me to apply for Oxbridge and Russell Group. It's also helped me source work experience as well, and I've been able to actually personally contact solicitors and barristers through the school's contacts, which has been really useful. And yeah, I've really enjoyed my time here so far.
Brilliant. Looking forward to having Isabella and Jake as our presidents. Well, now onwards, and all the great things that they're going to do. Hopefully some great projects that we've got coming up in terms of working with our local MP and ecology. Jake, are you there, please?
Yes.
Hi, Jake.
Hi, I'm Jake, and I'm currently studying maths, computer science, and English literature. I enjoy studying at Strode because the support from the teachers and staff is amazing. I can always email my teachers if I have a problem, and they always get back to me as soon as possible, helping me to resolve this problem. They always make sure everyone understands the topic before moving on, and they arrange extra sessions out of their own time if you need extra help. I chose to study at Strode because all the staff and teachers seem friendly and supportive, plus it didn't hurt that it was right next to the train station. I'm part of the Aspire programme, in which Those of us aiming high for the Russell Group universities receive help on our UCAS applications and advice on what to do in the future. I was also elected as one of the college's co-presidents, which I found to be a great way to help out in the college while gaining transferable skills I can use elsewhere, such as on my CV or personal statement towards university, because my plan after college is to go on to university to study a degree in computer science. I definitely do not think I would be as prepared as I am now without the support and help from my teachers on the Aspire programme.
Thank you so much, both of you. If anybody does have any questions that they'd like to ask Isabella or Jake, if you put them in the chat box, then we will get them to answer. The lovely Fiona will supervise and make sure that they go to the right places. But thank you to both of them. We are really proud at the college of our Learner Voice activities. We have regular student parliaments. We have a student liaison committee where Isabella, Jake and peers meet with one of our governors. We have a student liaison officer who works with them as well. And we're really proud of what the SUE have achieved over the years. Each year, a new group of students comes in with new passions, new interests, and it's always a great privilege and a great pleasure to work with them, because actually they come in and it's exactly what it should be. We're responding to what they're interested in and what they want to take forward. So really looking forward to this year and getting back to doing things face to face as well. We are delighted at all the opportunities. So whether your passion is for sports, and we're really, really proud of all the links that we have here at the college, whether you are a performing artist, whether you're much more into debating, or whether you want to join our current chess club, creative writing, be part of our LGBTQ group, or join the environmental eco group who have been tidying up the site. Fantastic work they've been doing, and I think are going to be helping to plant some new hedgerow around the college and hopefully some trees next year for the Queen's Jubilee. There is something here for everybody, and that's part of what we believe makes us special. It is about being part of our community. Strode College sits right in the heart of Egham. As Jake said, we are, I think you can do it at a push, probably 5 minutes speed walking from the train station to the college. We really are close to the train station and in the middle of the college. And whilst that means there's the lure of the temptations of Tesco's and the chicken shack shop on Egham High Street, I'm always amazed at how long students can spend wandering around Tesco's, but who knows what there is to find delightful in there. It means that we are a key part of our community, and we really want our students to be part of our community here at Strode, not only as part of the college, but as part of our wider community as well. It's about engaging beyond the classroom, therefore. Our volunteering scheme in conjunction with Royal Holloway, our trips, our visits, our student union, our sports, our clubs, our activities. For all of our students coming in and joining us in September, they will be undertaking an industry placement or work experience next year, and those dates will be published at the start of the academic year. It's now a core part of every student's programme of study, and so we would urge students to start thinking about what that might be. We are on hand to offer support and help with that, but we would encourage students to think about what they might want to do. And again, that might not just be in one place, that might be undertaking placements in a number of different places. We offer guaranteed applicant status to a number of our key schools, including the key feeder schools for Strode College. Please don't worry if you're not part of one of those schools. We will, of course, absolutely process your application, and we are delighted to take applications from all students. So please don't worry if your school is not listed on the screen, but it does mean that if you are one of those screens, we will prioritise your application and guarantee you an interview as soon as possible. Moving forward into the next academic year, we are hoping to offer students the option of a face-to-face interview or indeed a telephone interview for those students for whom that is much easier. It helps with cutting down on the travel, and for some students, absolutely what they would prefer. So what happens next? Well, if you are a new student in year 10, applications for you open on the 5th of July, on Monday. So time to look at our website, time to think about what you might want to choose to do. If you are a current year 11 and still thinking about making an application to us, please get that in as quickly as possible. We've had a huge number of applications this year, so it is really important that if you are still thinking about it, you do that as quickly as possible, please. We will then obviously process your application and invite you to an interview with one of our specialist team, who will talk you through your course options, talk you through your programme of study, talk you through what your plans are for the future on different subjects that you may or may not have considered. We'll talk you through what the entry criteria are so that you know what you're coming into. As I said, please do look on our website, lots of information, tours of the college, opportunity to hear from our subject specialists, and core work that you can be looking at, whether you're year 10 or year 11, that will give you an idea about the sorts of things that you'd be doing here at the college. So there's some transition work for year 11s, but some additional work for year 10s to look at as well. Hopefully, after you've had your interview with us, we will then be able to make you an offer and you will accept that offer of a place here at the college. We'll then hopefully be able to invite you into a face-to-face welcome day. We've been really delighted to be running some face-to-face tours. It's been very, very difficult this year in trying to make sure that we do everything by the COVID measures and COVID restrictions, and yet still giving students who are joining us in September an opportunity to come and look around the college. And those tours have been really, really successful. So again, if you're still out there and thinking about that, small window of opportunity to get in and undertake one of those. Hopefully, after that welcome day, you will then come and join us for enrolment. And then that's the point at which you become part of the Strode family and part of our college. I really hope that you consider applying to Strode and that you come and join us. We are passionate believers in sixth form education. Our mantra is quite simply to provide outstanding education for every single one of our students, because it's what we believe in and it's what our students deserve. Happy to take any questions you may have, and then we'll talk about what comes next. Fiona, how are we doing on the chat? Karen has joined us. My deputy vice principal is here as well, who I believe is probably typing away like a demon as she normally does in these things. So Karen Griffiths is with us.
Great, we've got some nice questions coming through, and also Isabella and Jake have jumped on the chat and are talking directly to students.
Fantastic.
Questions, so that's fantastic.
Brilliant, thank you guys.
That. And before we start the questions, Amanda, just that you know, I did put a little question out there to see how many year 10s we've got, and we do have a number of year 10s in the audience who are obviously getting an early start for next year, so I'm sure you
Absolutely.
can about what they to do next.
Good idea, good choice.
Yeah, great. Okay, so somebody's asked a good question, which is around the impact of COVID on GCSE students, and is there anything you're doing to support those students and help with their transition?
Okay, so my first piece of advice would be to really look at the transition work that is on the website. For every single one of our subjects, you will find on the website transition materials. So it's introductory work that students could and should be undertaking over the summer months to help them prepare for that transition. I think one of the things that we are very keenly aware of is the impact on students' study skills. So I think it's about making sure that when you join the college in September, you are prepared and thinking about that. So thinking about how you manage your time, thinking about where you might have gaps. And I guess the other thing I'm going to say is to not be concerned about talking to subject staff. You know, it's really difficult when you start somewhere new and you're maybe a little bit nervous, but I hope, you know, Isabella and Jake have both spoken very eloquently about how well supported they have been. And I would say that's one of the strengths here at Strode, is the staff are incredibly supportive and will go above and beyond classroom time to support students. So I think I would say there's an encouragement there to ask for help when you don't understand. You know, there will be new material, but things you're struggling with, please do ask. That can be by email, or it can be, you know, just hang about at the end of the lesson and ask them.
Great, thank you. I've just posted a link to the year 11 resources, which includes the summer work. So for anybody that wants to jump onto that, that's fantastic. We actually have got somebody joining us today who is here for year 10 student, but had a son attend Strode's some years ago, who's now 24 and has actually gone on to do extremely well and got some really great advice. So thank you for sharing that with us. So I'm just scrolling down to find some more. Somebody's asked the question, what is a mixed level 3 programme?
So a mixed level 3 programme is those students who choose to combine A Levels and BTECs. So to give, I'll give an example. Students who are considering healthcare might consider doing the BTEC Extended Certificate Level 3 in Health and Social Care alongside A Level Biology and A Level Psychology. That's quite a popular choice. You may have somebody who is considering I'm going to say something like, I'm trying to think of some different pathways now, who may be considering going into the creative media industry and therefore might do A-level film studies alongside the BTEC diploma in creative digital media, film and TV. You might have somebody who is looking at the police force, for example, and therefore chooses to do the applied criminology alongside A-level law and A-level sociology. You might be considering applying to Performing Arts College and therefore choose to do A-level drama alongside performance dance, for example. Other common combinations, some people choose to do the BTEC psychology alongside other subjects, BTEC applied science. So there's a whole range of subjects that people might choose to do.
That's great. And then for areas like humanities or social sciences, somebody was very interested in what kind of extracurricular activities do we do for those kind of areas?
Okay, so there's obviously the debate club, although that goes beyond that. Lots of trips, lots of visits. So normally the politics students would be going up to Parliament, and we have a great relationship with our local MP. So there's quite a lot that goes on there. And actually in the past, it's been the politics students who've hosted a kind of question time session with the local MP. It was actually the last time we did it, it was Philip Hammond who got quite a grilling from the students here. So we have warned Dr. Ben Spencer, who is our local MP, that when we can get him in the building, that's what he's going to be facing. So that's there. The law students undertake what's called a moot every year, which is kind of sort of an internal debate within the law department as well. But lots of trips and visits, lots of external speakers coming in for those subjects as well.
Great. The killer question for the year 10s is, when can they apply?
5th of July, Monday.
So how do they do that? Will all the courses be live on the website?
Yes, all of the courses will be live on the website, and the applications should go live. So you should be able to go onto our website, click on the applications box and complete your application form. Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic. The course guide won't be ready till September.
But the information is there on the website.
Yeah, exactly.
Please go on and find the answers.
Great, thank you. Somebody's asking about classical studies. Do we offer that?
Yes, we do. We do offer A-level classics, yes, or classical studies. Yes, we offer A-level classical studies. We've got, I'm biased, but I'm going to say we've got an amazing teacher, a lady called Rebecca Tyman, who is absolutely brilliant, got loads and loads of links with loads of people. And in fact, they are normally here, there and everywhere. They go on lots of trips to various different places. Becky's got great contacts in all kinds of places, and her students love it. Yeah, great subjects to combine with English or history. Really, really great. Or even drama, actually, really works well with that. So yeah, great subject.
Fantastic. Sport is obviously quite a big feature at Strode with the amazing sports fields. What do we offer outside of, you know, not necessarily just for sports students, but for all the other students?
Okay, so a range of facilities here at the college. Obviously, we have teams, and you don't have to be doing sport or in any form, so whether it's the BTEC vocational sport coaching or sports science or A-level PE, you don't have to be doing a sports course to join one of the teams. So there will be information about that at the start of the academic year. Students come along and there are trials and they can take part in that. There are also various activities throughout the year that are general kind of get involved activities. We have a new member of staff joining us in September, who is actually a boxing coach. So it's going to be a new addition to the Strode's Enrichment, is a bit of boxing. I think Karen and I are very tempted to get in there and take out some of our frustrations every now and again. But yeah, great opportunity. Lots of opportunities out there. And obviously we're really keen to hear from students when they come in, what sorts of things they might be looking for as well. In addition, we've also got a gym that's part of the college as well, and students can have access to that as well. Small payment for that, but that's accessible to students.
Great, thank you. Got lots more coming in now. Have we got any new courses coming next year?
So for 2022, we are still looking at our selection of courses. I think new things that I would flag up that have been recent additions to our portfolio. Obviously, the applied criminology course, which is new this year. I'm really excited about that. Proving to be very popular. So that's one that if you are interested in it, that's an early doors one to get into that one. We've introduced 3D design, so it's an A-level in art and design with a focus on 3D design. So for those of you interested in things like interior design, set design, that's something worth considering. But we are constantly reviewing our courses on offer and our subjects to look at what new things we might be offering. So we're still at that point of firming up the complete curriculum offering for 2022, but we are there almost. Great,
thank you. There's a conversation going on with Karen and somebody else, one of the students that have joined us today, around combination of subjects. This person wants to take English, biology, chemistry and physics, and Karen is advising that they also probably need maths, and therefore that's a bit of an overload.
Yes.
At what point can we be providing this kind of guidance about what are good combinations?
At the interview. So at the interview stage, when a student comes to us for interview, that's when we would have that conversation, because actually part of the conversation is talking about what do you want to do next? Let's have a think about what it is that you want to do next, or well, what you're aiming for at least. And then it's almost kind of working backwards. As I said, there are some courses that if you're kind of very determined that you want to go to university to study engineering, for example, then maths and physics are an absolute. If you want to study computer science at university, then generally speaking, they're looking for you to have maths and computer science, which is what my lovely Jake is doing. But those conversations are really specialist conversations that will be had with as part of the interview and guidance that we give.
Yeah, great, thank you. What if we don't get the grades for maths and English? Can we still start and retake them?
Right, so obviously we would be looking at the programme of study. I'm afraid we are very clear that unless you meet our entry criteria, we won't allow you to progress onto those subjects. We set entry criteria for a very good reason, and actually we're actually very reasonable compared to a lot of our competitors, but we set those entry criteria based on what we know students will need, or what level students will need to be performing at in order to do well at level 3 study. As I said, level 3 is hard. It is a huge step up from GCSE. And so those entries they're put in there because that's what students need to be able to do in order to be able to progress on. However, having said that, we will always endeavour to find an alternative pathway, or even if that means the student doing a level 2 pathway in order to be able to secure that and then progress on to a level 3. And every year we have a huge cohort of students who really successfully progress on all the way through from level 2 to level 3 and do incredibly well. So I would say, please don't worry, we will always find something for you.
Thank you. Somebody's asked a really interesting question about how important are your GCSE grades for when you go to university? Do certain universities require high grades?
Okay, so I'm going to be really honest and say yes, some do. Some universities, obviously university offers, there are, you know, unconditional offers that are made, and those will be on your predicted A-level grades or level 3 grades, and often on the reference that is written for you in your personal statement. But the vast majority are conditional offers. In other words, you have to achieve certain grades. It very much depends on the university that you are applying to and the courses that you are applying to. So if you are looking to apply to certain courses, and the ones I always refer to are things like medicine, dentistry, veterinary medicine, then absolutely they are looking for you to have a clean sweep of 7s or above at GCSE. It may not be particularly fair, but it is the truth, I'm afraid. They are really, really looking for you to have got a certain level of GCSE. With no ASs, it's the point at which they're making those judgments. So it doesn't mean that if your GCSE grades aren't spectacular, that you can't do really well and apply to great universities and great offers, because we've got students every year for whom that is absolutely the case. So please don't think that that's it, give up. It's absolutely not the case. But for some universities, I'm afraid, yes, GCSE grades will be considered. Great,
thank you. So this is just a last shout out as to whether anybody else has got any more questions for Amanda. If not, just a reminder that the subject tutors are now online on our website. So all you have to do is go to the website, and I'll just put the link in here to make it easy for you just to jump over. And you can actually speak individually to the tutors, and that might be a nice opportunity for you to talk through some of these particular options with the subject specialist tutor. So all you need to do is just jump onto the website. As I said, just pop the link in the chat, and you'll see the little chat box at the bottom right hand of the screen. Click on there and we've got a whole team ready to talk to you in a private one-to-one conversation. We've also got another session at 5:45 with our student services team. Really find out about all the support that's available to you, and the help and guidance that you get, the tutorial system, etc., and any financial learning support that you might need. And also our admissions team are on the live chat as well. So if anybody's got any tricky questions about applying and interviews and so on, you can pose those to the team there. Okay, I think we haven't got any more now, Amanda. Karen's busy answering quite a lot, and Isabella's been an amazing help, and Jake this afternoon, so that's fantastic. So just to wrap up.
Okay, thank you very much everyone for listening to us this afternoon. I hope it's been useful. As I said, hope to see you all soon. Hope you're going to make those applications for us, and have a good evening everyone.
And just one more thing before we finish, sorry, I always remember something. For the year 10s, obviously we will be hoping, with everything crossed, that we'll have face-to-face open days in the autumn. Check out the website for the dates. We will also keep you informed, because you've registered for this event now, so we'll put you on our mailing list. And also this has been recorded, so we will send this out to you by email. Great, thank you very much. For those that are still talking on the chat, I am going to end the meeting, so that means that will finish. So I don't want that to be too abrupt an end. But if I'll put the website address in one more time for anybody that needs it, just on the chat link, and then you can jump over, click on the live chat, and start talking to our tutors. Okay, thanks everybody. And we'll talk to you shortly. Thank you. Bye-bye.